absolutely. Well, thank you for joining us.
That's all right. Very, very welcome. Thanks for the invitation.
No,
Glad to bring a little bit of Indian Ocean sunshine into your dull, miserable February lives.
Oh, well, do you know what? I think we all need it. I think after the last year or so, I think it's quite refreshing. So I'm obviously conscious of time, so let's just jump straight into some questions.
Sure.
What's new with Beachcomber? I know that you guys, your hotels have been doing quite a lot of work over the last sort of year or two. So do you want to just give us a quick couple-minute update?
Yeah, I mean, things are getting back to normal in Mauritius. Obviously, the island was closed from March 2020 until October 2021. And the island has coped very, very well with COVID. They have low cases. I think last time I looked, they were 154th in the World League table of coronavirus cases, as compared to the UK, which was third. So they're actually done really well. The island, has kind of, I suppose, is facing the same challenges that we have faced in the UK in terms of sort of staffing and being able to get supply and demand of things. Generally, it's kind of easier for us, and they're a very small island in the middle of the Indian Ocean, but they're managing to get back on track, and people have been traveling since the 1st of October and going down to the hotels, and are just loving being back, and all the teams in the hotels are just so excited to see everybody come back and have the tourists back. It's brilliant.
And I've seen some pictures that have made me jealous, actually, of some of our travel industry friends and some clients that
absolutely
enjoying all the Beachcomber delights.
Yeah.
What about the hotels? I know, I think has there been a couple of, not necessarily refurbs, but a kind of sort of updates at all in some of the hotels?
There've been some small updates generally. They haven't been able to do too much work during the COVID times, because obviously the island's been closed. So there have been various things, such as Chandrani, for example, has undergone quite a bit of a refurbishment. All the public areas have been redone. They've upgraded kind of the Wi-Fi, made the kitchens smart kitchens, added a 6th restaurant at Chandrani. And so generally a kind of work is still ongoing there to, get it up to speed generally in terms of completing the full thing, really. Other things that we've done some, rethatching on Dina Robin. We've painted the buildings at Dina Robin, we've painted the buildings at Paradis, so all that kind of maintenance work, but there's been nothing, hugely changed.
But everything's just a little bit, it's just had a bit of a refresh, really.
Oh yeah, a little bit of a freshen up and a pamper while things have been closed, but any guests that are returning to us will see that their favourite Beachcomber hotel is still looking pristine.
Yeah, absolutely. So obviously you said, and as I've sort of alluded to, there's you can travel back to Mauritius now. We've seen some lovely pictures, and we've had some clients that have gone out there and had, they've said they've had a lovely time. What's the recommendation in terms of, everyone's desperate to get away? Yeah. Is there still availability for last minute? Are there any kind of offers to try and entice people to the island? Do they even need offers? Is it just a case of everyone getting bums on seats?
No, I have to say that bookings have been very, very strong for Mauritius since probably towards the end of September last year, for which we thank all of you for sending your clients down to Beachcomber. There is still availability on the island, but some of the challenges are around peak times like Easter, October half term, the summer school holidays. There are pressures on family accommodation. A lot of the flights are very, very full. Easter particularly is a bit of a challenge, but if you've got 2 people who want to go away at Easter, we can probably still squeeze you in somewhere. So so don't be shy and give the guys at Off Broadway a call, and they'll try and sort you out.
Absolutely, we'll probably come with.
Yeah.
We're all desperate.
Absolutely, yeah. Summer school holidays too. There's still family accommodation available in most of the hotels. And there's still some great, good airline prices for travel down in the summer school holiday. So, Mauritius makes a great choice for that.
And you guys have had some really fantastic offers, sort of the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
What about for bookings potentially, either later in 2022, maybe into avoiding obviously the school holidays, but later in 2022 or even into 2023? Are there offers to be had?
We're all currently still running all our early booking offer, which is 30% off if you book 30 days or more before travel, and then late booking offer sort of 15% off. So you'll be able to take advantage of that if you want to pre-book those. There isn't a tactical sort of sale offer running at the moment, but generally we have pretty good strong offers. There are some great flight prices on Air Mauritius as well, down to the island. So that's making the overall package price really, really competitive and attractive for people as well.
Brilliant. Okay, no, that's cool. So the messages get booking. How far
absolutely
in advance can clients book at the moment? So obviously 2023.
Yeah, absolutely. We can give you a guaranteed package price up until October 31st, 2023. And we're hoping within a couple of months, we should be able to offer you up to 31 October 2024.
Excellent. That's what we like.
Yeah, if you want to plan ahead and get saving, then you can
I think I might do that. I think I might take advantage. I think it's still get a deposit down.
We take check, cash, credit card, Mark. So just give me a call.
I'll give you a call after this. So just as this is actually kind of a curveball because it's not one of the kind of the pre.
Oh Lord.
Questions. I tell you what's an interesting topic of conversation actually that I always have with clients when I'm talking about Mauritius. I was lucky enough once to do a holiday where I stayed both at Beachcomber properties, but I stayed at Canoniere in the north and then Chandrani down in the south.
Yeah.
Can you just give us a quick, not a full run through, but just the differences between kind of some of the properties in the north versus some of them maybe like Paradis, Dean Robin down in the south, and what, if depending on what people are looking for, which hotel maybe they should pick?
Yeah, absolutely. Mauritius is quite a diverse island. It's not huge, but neither is it particularly small. So it's 49 miles long by 29 miles wide in old money. Don't ask me what it is in new money because I don't know. We all sort of say to people, well, kind of, what sort of things do you want to do? If you want to go out and about, be able to walk out of a hotel, have a little stroll along the road, maybe see some shops, maybe go to a cafe or a bar or something like that, then you are better off in the north of the island. And, we've got 5 hotels up in that north region near Grand Bay. The furthest away of those is Victoria, which is 7 miles from the village of Grand Bay. I hesitate to use the word village for Grand Bay because it's kind of not a village. It's bigger than a village, but it's not big enough to be a town. And I don't know what the in-between village and town is. Term is. But there's some nice bars, some nice sort of cafes, bistros, that kind of thing, and some very nice shops that you can have. It's well worth going and having a stroll around. Certainly the local bus service runs from kind of outside all of the hotels really, so if you're intrepid, you can jump on a local bus and travel that way. Costs about 10 pence probably equivalent to get to Grand Bay.
It's really safe to do that as well in Mauritius.
Absolutely, yeah.
On our work trip, you've made all of the agents do that, but actually it's a great way to demonstrate how safe the island is to use the public transport.
Yeah, it's a very, very safe island, very nice people. The only thing to bear in mind is that Mauritians always like to be very, very helpful. So rather than tell you they don't know the answer to your question, like where is such and such, they will tell you where it is, and then you might find that actually it isn't there at all because they don't want to say that they can't help you.
just staying in the north. So the other thing which a lot of people don't necessarily realise is that between the all-inclusive hotels in the north, so you've got, as you said, Victoria, you've got Canoniere and La Mauricia.
Yes.
You can interdine, can't you? You can arrange to interdine between them.
Yes, you can, absolutely. So you can go for lunch or dinner at any of those 3. Mauricia, Canoniere and Victoria are all interchangeable, and they're about Victoria's about 5 miles from Canoniere, maybe a bit less, and then Canoniere's about 2 and a bit miles from Mauricia, so kind of quite near each other. From those kind of things, you don't need to book, you just turn up and you can go and have lunch or dinner there if you want to, as part of your all-inclusive package.
Brilliant.
So
really
nice.
And then moving slightly more south, obviously I know we've got about halfway down, we've got, well, not necessarily halfway down, we've got Trow Beach, but then you've also got Dina Robin and Paradis down on the peninsula. Did you just want to give us a bit?
The north is, very well served for kind of a hotel for everybody's budget. So, we have 2 4-star properties there, Canoniere and Mauricia, which offer really, really good all-inclusive. We've then got Victoria, which offers our premium all-inclusive product up in the north. And then if you're getting into kind of 5-star deluxe range, you then have Trow Beach, Beachcomber Golf Resort and Spa, and obviously that has a golf option for those who are keen on playing golf. So you can play golf from Trow Beach and you can play golf from Canoniere, and our clients at those 2 resorts get preferential rates on the Montchoisy course in the north. And then you of course have got the creme de la creme, which is the finest hotel on the island, the Royal Palm, which is Beachcomber Luxury and is 5-star plus beautiful boutique hotel in Grand Bay. So lots of choice for a different property for everybody's taste really, and budget. Brilliant. Down in the southwest, you have Paradis and Dina Robin, which occupy, in my personal opinion only, the most geographically beautiful part of the island, because they're on the peninsula right in front of Le Morne Mountain. And it's a really breathtaking sight when you're standing in the sea and you look up at the mountain. Yes. And between the 2 resorts, you've got an 80-hole golf course, you've got 6 kilometres of beautiful soft white sandy beach and so on. But that is very much kind of a resort based holiday really. Of course you can go out and do excursions and day trips and that kind of thing, but there isn't anywhere that you can walk out of that resort and go to a bar or a cafe. So it kind of again depends on what you like to do when you're on holiday. Yeah. And then down just on the south coast, very, very slightly on the east in its own cove, we have the wonderful Chandrani Beachcomber Resort and Spa. And that is a super 4-star plus all-inclusive. Again, it's a sister property to Victoria, Canoniere and Mauricia. And you can go and dine at Chandrani in the same way as you can at the other 3, except that it is a bit of an hour-and-a-half drive between the 2, so it's probably not terribly practical. But if you're doing a day tour around the island, you can stop into Chandrani and have lunch or dinner if you're in that area. And again, that occupies 3 beaches, little headland very close to the airport. So really wonderful to only have a 10-minute transfer when you get off a 12-hour flight. Yeah. So again, super, just great resorts for families, couples, weddings, honeymoons, and I think that's the versatility of Beachcomber is, I know people say they're not all things to all men, but we're kind of close to that.
Yeah, absolutely. No, perfect. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'm conscious of time, so I'm going to stop it there.
Okay.
Same thing. If we get any questions, what I'll do is either people can pop them in the chat and I'll give you a call tomorrow, or if people want to email me, then I will forward
Absolutely. But Mauritius makes a good choice, nice and easy to get to, not too many regulations to follow. So you know where to go to, the off-Broadway travel, the Mauritian experts.
Absolutely, thank you very much.
You two could be in the beautiful blue sea like this.
Exactly, yeah, we'll be in your background.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Thanks very much, Mark.
No worries.
Have a good evening.
Thank you.
Bye.